नमस्कार, मुंबईत आपल्या सगळ्यांचं स्वागत. Today we are going to demonstrate how to make a planted tank for discus. You can call it as semi-planted tank, not exact nature aquarium, but for discus, you need to have a setup. Like a lot of people are scared keeping discus in a tank. Most of people keep discus in a bare bottom tank. So today we are going to talk about how to have discus in a planted tank. So I'm going to start setting up this tank. This is an 8 feet tank. The total water volume is around 450 to 500 liters. So for filtration, we have two EM 2217 filters, and the lighting is Chihiro's WRGB2 90 centimeters into 2. So this light has sunrise to sunset. So you can set it up on your mobile app, and throughout the day you will have different spectrums of the light. So that I will show you later how to make it happen. So to start with, we have wood here, we have some rocks, we have some sand, and we'll start now. Okay, so please, if you have any questions, you can ask me anytime. I'm going to start it now. So I have a couple of wood pieces. Make sure the wood is properly treated. And so I had this wood in water for a long time, around 2.5 to 3 months. So now it is all settled. So we don't need to do anything to keep it sinking in the water. It is not going to float. So it's heavy. If you want, you can have a look. You can touch. So it's heavy, right? So चलो आगे गया. So you'll have to play with the wood a little bit. So most of the people try to keep wood, like coming out of the tank, but my style is a little different. I always want the wood going inside the water than coming outside of the water. So wood will definitely help you to balance the or maintain the pH of the water. It's not going to make a much of difference, but 0.5% you can reduce by adding the wood, 0.5 to 1% max. Right over. Let it be. No problem. So see, the wood is inside the tank, okay? And while aquascaping a tank for a discus or any fish, make sure you have ample of space around. So there is no obstacle or no, what do you say, dead spots. The water has to be circulating from all the sides. So make sure you have proper wood and on karna nahi. You guys want to ask anything or should I continue? Okay. Now I'm going to place some rocks. See, the wood is heavy and it is sinking inside the water, but still, if you have new wood, so what to do? I'll let you know about that also. So I'll get some rocks. Now these are Kosei lava rocks. I prefer using lava rocks because it has a lot of pores, and like we know that pores will have bacteria inside it. They will help us to maintain the water condition. They will decompose whatever waste is there, nitrifying bacteria. A lot of things you have heard already. So this I'm going to add inside the tank. See if your wood is floating or if you're not sure whether the wood is properly sinking inside the water, you can add some rocks and you can stick the wood with using the glue. with the help of glue. I'll show you how to glue it. Glue it. So you get little bit of sponge. This is a glue, but you have to be very careful while using it. Okay, it's very dangerous. So make sure it is not going inside your eye or. So please be careful. So what this glue does is basically going to fuse, and there is a bond between the rock and the wood. So after in few seconds, you will see it is sticking to the rock. So I'm making use of this support, what is there. So I'm going to rest this wood on this particular support. Okay, so I'm making use of it. Now I'll show you how to connect the wood to extend that particular wood, because you cannot expect to have a proper wood with all the branches and everything. So I'll show you how to connect. So you can get small branches like this. So we can extend it like this on this one, on this one. Okay. So I'm going to use this black cable tie to tie the wood, so it is going to look like one wood piece. Okay. Hmm. So if you can see now the wood piece, it looks like a one wood. So I have two wood pieces actually, but it looks like a one wood piece now. Since this is a discus tank, if you have seen the Amazon river, there are a lot of wood going inside the water. So this is what I'm trying to replicate here. You'll have to try different positions of the wood to get a better idea how to place it. Does it look good? So see, I've used only 4 wood pieces, and this is something, a natural arch, what you can say. So a lot of people want to have something like this in their tank. So if you have right wood, you choose your wood properly. Don't be in a rush to have a great aquascape. It's your tank. You do it your way. There is no rule, nothing you need to follow. So I'll just try to stick this rock over there now. No, glue. Cable tie the glue there. Cable tie. I'll add some more rocks in this just to give you a very good essence of the nature. Flat, 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 flat. So always use different sizes of rocks, so look more natural. I'm keeping the space in between, so I'm going to place some plants over there. If you use lava rocks, you can add more rocks because again it is going to act as a filter media. So it's better to have lava rocks. Most of my tanks I use lava rocks because it is very beneficial for the fishes also, as well as it will help you to keep the nitrogen cycle of your tank. I think I will not use any more wood in this because we need more space for the fishes. Okay, I'm going to add some sand now. So while choosing your sand, be careful you use natural sand because we want to have a essence of a river. So make sure you use natural sand because natural sand definitely, your fish will definitely love it. So give me a scoop. While putting the sand, make sure you don't put a thick layer. You have to have a very thin layer, so it is very easy for you to clean because we are going to keep the discus and they need very pristine water. The water has to be clean and clear. Your maintenance has to be proper. Now this is an 8 feet tank, but I am going to use only 18 kg of sand. So that is more than enough, very thin layer, and I'm not going to plant anything which goes inside the soil because obviously I'm not using any soil. But we will use the plants which we can have on the wood or rocks, mostly the rhizome plants and couple of lilies. Make sure the sand is everywhere and the tank glass is not seen, just to have a proper aesthetics for the tank. And again, while creating any tank, make sure the wires are not seen. So that is very important. Most of the times I have seen the tanks where the wires are visible, and that will spoil the beauty of the tank. So rather than like aquascape is important as well as the aesthetics of the tank is also important. Now you can see the wood is all set. It's not moving. I can lift the rock also with the wood. So it is proper now. Sand. And always use light color sand, never use dark color sand because we are considering discus fish, not any other fish, because discus are not used to the black background, or a lot of people say because it totally depends on the quality. I have put in the discus in black background also, but again it all totally depends on the quality, but white background always works. So no discus will have any peppering, nothing. Make sure your water is clean and you have a proper filtration. And yes, the maintenance is very important. We will cover that also once the tank is done. We will cover the maintenance part also. Just keep it simple because we don't want to add much of wood where the water rotation is not proper, and there is a wood, the huge wood logs. I avoid that because I want clean and clear water, very good swimming space for the fish. So this is a 8 feet tank and very less wood is visible in the tank. Chota. So I'm placing the rocks where the wood is touching the ground. You can see where the wood is touching the ground, I'm putting the rocks there. So that gives you a very good look. So these are small things what you'll have to consider while doing a aquascape for discus. And make sure you use the sand. I have used ADA Colorado, which has a yellowish tinge, which is a very nice looking sand, and it is reflecting. So the light is also reflecting, so it looks more bright. Any questions, guys? Please ask if you have. So we'll start placing the plants. Lilies नंतर. Like I said, we are going to use some ferns. Okay, if you want, you can have a look. It's tied on the rock. Make sure you use the porous rocks and you tie them. So after some time, the the roots of the plants will stick to the rock. So after some time, so make sure you do proper dosing in the tank. Fertilizers is good, lighting is good. So you will definitely have success in growing the plants. Sorry?
Do we need to treat the plant before we place it in the tank?
Clean the plants.
Yeah, treat the plant.
Treat the plants, yes, definitely, yes.
Because it contains a small snail.
Yes, so you can use hydrogen peroxide for treating the plants. Like take a bucket of water, put some drops of hydrogen peroxide, and just keep it for 5 minutes, not more than that. That's it. Yes. And always place the plants behind the wood, behind the rocks. Okay, well. Back. So I'm going to use 2 Java funds, the XL size. Okay. Now I'll use some small plants. Okay, these are Anubias nana. You want to have a look. These are all treated plants, as well as the plants when you, sorry?
What type of sponge is that?
Sponge. That's a normal sponge. So whenever you get the plants, you will get in the cups where you have sponge, because for transportation is very easy for them. But when you get the plants, you make sure you remove them from the sponge and tie them with a rock, put it in the water. Make sure it is submerged form now. So when you get it, those plants are immersed form. but make sure you have a submerged plants. Yeah, please. You can have a look. You can just roll up. The combination we will see. Now I have put in the ferns. These anubias, they are very low light plants. So I'm going to place them below the ferns. We can place them below the wood also. So this is anubias coffeefolia. So the plants what I'm showing you, these are all low light plants, and you can use them in low light or low tech tanks. What do you say? So these are very easy to grow, but make sure you do proper water changes. Otherwise, you will have algae issues for any plants. This is coffeefolia. Coffeefolia. And these plants are from Sri Padma. They have a stall there. You can go and visit them. Spray. So while aquascaping the tank, make sure the plants are not going to be dry. So after 2 minutes or 3 minutes, make sure you spray the plants to have the proper moisture for them. Otherwise, once the plants are getting dry, then it is very difficult to get them recovered. So I'm going to place one coffee folia here. So if you see, I have a filtration here, okay? So this is the inlet for the filter. So make sure you will not block that area. Otherwise, all the dust particles will be on the plants, or they will stuck inside the water only. They will not go inside the filter. So make sure that area is open always. Hmm. So just to add a color combination. Hmm. Ferns. Small ones. So the glass is so clear I cannot see it. If you want, you can place these ferns on the top. I'll show you how to place them on the top. Because ferns, they will need more light. So you can place them on the top near the light. Yeah, like that. Cover. So you can place the ferns on the wood. Small, 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 small ones. Wait. You can place some plants in the gaps, so the gaps are not seen. Later. स्पॉन्ज में रहते चिटकून टाकायला. फोन असं फोन 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 पिशवी. I'll add one narrow leaf fern. Rock, small rock. Hmm. Yep. So I think we have enough plants now. So we have more space for the fishes to swim. You have any questions, guys? The plants? I will avoid gluing the plants because it definitely going to fuse the what do you say the roots of the plants, which is not good. So it's better to tie the plants with the cable tie or something. And after some time, if you give proper CO2, you can add CO2 also in this tank. But the bubble count has to be very low because we are going to put discus fish. So bubble count you can put, let's say about 2 bubbles per second. Because it's a 8 feet tank. So 2 bubbles per second should be fine. And you can have lights for around 7 to 8 hours. And 1 year is ramp up time. So it's like a sunrise. So the sun will rise, and then in the afternoon you have bright light, and then at the evening again the sunset. So again in the evening you'll have 1 hour ramp up time. So I will avoid putting the glue for the plants, but yes, you can do that. And after some time you'll have roots of the plants catching the wood. So your tank is well matured and properly done. You'll not have any issues. And for the algae issues, for discus tank, you will need to do more water changes. You cannot avoid that. You'll have to do more water changes for the discus tank. Alternate days, yes. If you do it every day, nothing like it. Not necessarily. Make sure the TDS is like 50, 60. And the pH is, you can maintain around 7.5, 7, 7.5, 6.5 also will do. So no need to have RO water. I think Bangalore, you have a very good water, I guess. Oh, you always use RO, so it's fine. I would recommend not to do more than 20% or max 30% because again the temperature fluctuation. So that is a main concern for doing water use. You do it multiple times a day, no problem. Do it 2 to 3 times a day, but change only 20% water. That's it. Spray. Sorry, the pH level. See, in Mumbai water, it's around 7, 7, 6.5, 7. But yes, you can use it. Like in different part of India, you'll have different pH for the water. So that you'll have to check. But I think for discus, 7.58 is also not an issue. Yes, please. Yeah, those are ferns. Ferns will. Yes. So that is, you'll have to have a controlled lighting. And these good brands of lights, they will definitely help you to reduce the algae because the templates are configured in such a way the light, what do you say, the mixing of red, green, and blue. So if you choose any of the templates, it is properly designed. And make sure, see, algae you'll have to monitor. Okay, so whenever you get the algae, make sure your light timings are like you can reduce the light timings and you can monitor. You do more water changes when you have algae in the tank. But if you keep doing the water changes for any tank, I don't think so you'll have any algae problems. But most of the like times, no, I get queries like why we have algae in the tank. So whenever I ask like how often do you change the water? So people say 15 days, 20 days. Complete no. This is a limited water volume. We are keeping the fishes from river, from lakes to this small tanks. So in river, always the water is flowing. In lakes, you have water is new water is coming, replacing. A lot of things are happening. So in this aquarium, you have to have water changes. Lights, there are a lot of lights in the market. Like you have ADH, heroes. Then you have a couple of more lights. I don't remember the names. This is Chihiros. Yes. For a discus tank, I have kept it for around 30 to 40%. That's it. For high-tech planted tank, you can go up to 60, 70. Never use light on 100%. Any brand you get, never use lights on 100%. You'll have a lot of algae issues.
Right now I use between 50 to 60.
Yeah. So that you'll have to monitor what plants you have.
Sometimes I have algae.
Yeah, so you can reduce it
Again,
and keep changing the water.
Won't the fish get affected if you keep changing the water?
Sorry,
Won't the fish die if you keep
20%. See what happens, why fish die? Because when you change a lot of water, 50, 60%, the temperature varies. Fish can sense 100th time of temperature change in the water. So they are very sensitive to the temperature. They do not die because of the water change. They die because of the temperature change. So if you keep, I have seen people like Discus, hobbyists, a lot of people, they change 100% water, but they make sure the temperature of water, both like the tank water and the water, what they are changing is the same. You keep a heater or something, make sure you check the water temperature with a thermometer. That can be done.
we are supplying oxygen also to this.
Oxygen, yes, at night they will need, but in this tank I'm not going to use any CO2. So I will use a couple of fertilizers. I'll use, because there are 2217 into 2. So that is 2000 liters per hour. And this tank is just 500 liters. So it is 4 times the water volume. So the oxygen, it's basically what we use an air pump. So what it does, the bubbles come on the surface, it agitates the water, like the bubbles will try to clean the surface, and it bursts there. So the air is getting mixed with the water.
So if we are supplying CO2 also in this,
When you supply CO2, never use air pump. Why? Because it will escape all the CO2 from the water.
great problem for this.
No, you have proper rotation, because when you use CO2, the plant will also release some oxygen. But at night, you'll have to be careful, because at night both wants oxygen.
What temperature do you maintain considering the plant and
In this, we will maintain around 28, 29. See, these plants what I've used, they can easily survive in 28, 29. Fertilizers? Fertilizers, I would recommend whenever you get any fertilizer, you can read the instructions. You can dose accordingly, but never dose whatever is written on that. You try what is best for your tank. So try dosing, like if it is written 5 ml for 40 liters, you dose only 2 ml for 40 liters. Then eventually you can increase. So what most of the guys does, they get the fertilizer, if it is written 5 ml, they put 5 ml and then I'll get problem. See, it's totally written on heavy planted tank or semi-planted tank. So that you'll have to see accordingly.
what do you do if your environment is already like a higher temperature than 28?
Higher temperature than
Than 28.
28. See, above 30 degree, you'll have an issue. I would recommend go for a chiller then. You can install a chiller and maintain the temperature for 28, 27. Most in Mumbai, I think the weather is very nice. So a lot of people, they do not need any heater. So very few they use heater. I am using heater, but I make sure the temperature is around 27, 28, not more than that. Sorry,
the leaf is turning yellow?
I didn't get it.
If the leaf turns yellow,
Leaf turns yellow. That totally depends on your fertilizer dosage, your lighting. Again, the water change plays a very major role in that.
so you just trim it and
Yes, you can trim it. You can trim it, yes. Leaf turning yellow is definitely a deficiency, or sometimes when you get plants from outside, those are plants are immersed form. So when you put them in the water to adapt with the the submerged form, sometimes they will turn yellow. So that you'll have to monitor what's happening with your tank.
once you set it up, you have to give it time for it to settle, or you can leave the fish immediately.
Fishes. Today I'm going to leave them immediately, because these plants, I'm preparing for this event from last 1 month, so these plants are all very well settled in the submerged form and all. I'm going to use some products which will allow you to keep the fishes or introduce the fishes immediately in the tank. So these products are also available. I'll definitely let you know. See, this is one product which is Bloom and Grow from Microbliff. This is Night Out, which is to control the nitrate. This is aquatic stress relief. So this is activating the beneficial bacteria as well as the stress relief for the fishes. You can have a look. No, these are like for my use.
So how long do you have to wait before you need the
Tank cycling, see if you use these kind of plants, 2-3 water changes and you're good to go. But if you have a planted tank with the soil, everything, then you'll have to wait for some time. Not that inside the soil also. So for around 10-15 days you'll have to wait and then you can put the fishes inside.
For algae, if we add UV lamp in the filter,
UV lamp I will not recommend because UV will definitely kill all the bacteria, whatever is there. So make sure you will not have algae in the tank. Don't wait for the algae and then you will try to put UV. I never use UV in my tanks, never. Which is not good also, not recommended. No, not at all. That's what I said, very minimum. A huge tank, make sure it is written 5 ml, you put only 1 or 2 ml. That's it.
there are some filters that already have UV lamps in them, right?
Okay.
What is the purpose of that kind of filter?
See, UV, if you want to run, you can run it for 2 hours a day. So you put them on a timer, or then after you can remove the UV, or you can put the UV on timer. If you run 24/7, it is going to definitely kill everything, whatever is there in the water. So whenever you want to use UV, you have a algae bloom in the tank. Use it for 2 hours or 3 hours a day, or maybe once in 2 days. But put it on a timer and then use.
also get this capsule for the bacteria?
Yes, it's basically a seeds, to activate the bacteria inside the tank. That you can put after every water change. Whatever is written or the instructions are given, you can do that. And I'll let you know about the maintenance also. So when you do the maintenance of the tank, so see these plants I have placed. It is very easy to just remove, take out the dirt and place it back again. So make sure you have that kind of setup for any fish. Planted tank you go for small fishes. Whatever we are talking here, considering the discus fish in the tank. In planted tank you have small fishes. And there is no need to do that also because plants definitely will utilize the fish waste. They have their own strength for removing the nitrates from the water. So in planted tank you really don't need that. But again, the water changes will definitely help you to maintain a good planted or good and healthy planted tank. Even these ferns, you will see some dust accumulating on the leaves. So make sure you clean them properly. When you put the water inside, make sure you take the pipe and just try to pour the water on the leaves, so the dust will go away. So that you can do. Or if you want to do a heavy maintenance, after some time you can just take it off, put it in a bucket, wash it, put it back in. Whatever the leaves are not looking good, you can cut them. Sand, yes, you can definitely see. I have very thin layer of sand, so you can disturb it. Take a stick or something, just disturb it. Whatever waste is there, just take it out. That you'll have to do at least once in a week. So what we do basically, whenever we do maintenance of the tank or the water change, first we go and disturb the sand. So that you will have to make a practice to do all the time. Because sand, there are a lot of fish waste is accumulated, and that is the most important thing. That's the reason people are scared putting the tank inside the sand inside the tank. But yes, if you can give some time for them. Filters once in a month or twice in a month. Sorry? How do you choose the filter? See, again, it is water rotation. So make sure you have total water volume into 4 times water rotation or 3 times. Minimum 3 times to 4 times water rotation is happening. So if it is a 500 liters tank, make sure you have 2000 liters per hour water rotation for any tank. In planted tank, you can have more because there are a lot of dust. In planted tank, it is very difficult to clean, to siphon the sand. So that time you use more water rotation.
Because I've seen in some tanks you add a filter, maybe the fish starts turning because of the
So
force.
that is a power filter what you are talking about.
So you
Power filter, no, we never use power filters in the tank. Because that won't let the fish swim also. And lighting, yes, you can keep it 5-6 hours. That totally depends. You'll have to monitor your tank. Sometimes I've seen like people are putting bright lights for lesser time, like around 4 to 5 hours, or you can have little less intensity for more time, like 7 to 8. But do not increase more than 8 hours. Do not increase more than 8 hours. Any more questions, guys? Sorry.
डिस्कस में जब पानी चेंज करते हैं तो फिश कभी भी बीमार हो जाती है, उसका ट्रीटमेंट कैसे करते हैं?
पानी चेंज करने के बाद बीमार हो जाती है. हाँ, अगेन वही जो आप पानी का टेम्परेचर है, दैट यू हैव टू. उसके बाद देन देर यू हैव टू फाइंड द रीज़न क्यों बीमार हो गई. मे बी देर आर सम टेम्परेचर इशूज, सम इंटरनल इन्फेक्शन. ओके, नाउ see, there are different disease, like skin disease are different, internal parasites and internal things are very different. So you'll have to identify what is wrong with your discus. So in planted tank, as I would like to mention, there is something called a Melafix and a Pymafix. These two medicines are very good. You can use it in a planted tank for skin disease like fin rot, your Popeye. So the problems can be easily cured in planted tank itself. But make sure you have a proper quarantine tank or a hospital tank, so you can use the dosage, minimum dosage you can use in a quarantine tank. The smaller tank you will need less medicine. So for discus, always have Melafix and Pymafix ready with you. Pymafix, yes. There are different brands. There are different brands who manufacture this medicine. Very good medicine used in a planted tank. There is one more medicine called API General Cure. So General Cure is basically for curing all the like the hole in the head. Now gill flukes. Yeah, for flower also you can use that. For any fish you can use that. Direct implant. But again, see, the water volume is very big, so it's better to remove the fish and treat it. But these are the very good medicines available in the market, and you can use them. I think you'll get to see some of them here, so you can go and visit. Thoda sa pani. So now what we are going to do, if you have any questions, please ask. And now we'll fill the water, and after some time, we will add the discus also. So
I have got this, and because my CO2 cylinder is finished and refilling is taking a lot of time, with sensor carry there and
it's a liquid CO2 basically.
so this is going to work. This will work.
Liquid CO2. Okay. A good option. If you don't want to invest in a cylinder, you can go for a liquid CO2, which is also can be used for the plants, and a good product. But again, you'll have to use it continuously. So I think this is from Lush Aqua, right? Yeah, good product. You have a stall over here. No, I think you bought it. Okay, I'll keep it with. You just bought it for the planted tank. You can collect it later. I'll just keep it for display. Any more questions, guys? Please ask. Sure. Okay.
the lighting, can it be reduced drastically?
See, when you turn the lights on, you turn the CO2 on. When you turn the lights off, you. Sorry,
For the CO2, it's different for the light.
I can't hear you.
For the CO2, the switches are different, and for the lights, it's different.
Switches are different, but you can put it on the timer.
No, but that keeps
No, for the CO2, you'll have a separate timer.
they're not. They're just given it.
Sorry.
They're given it separately. It's not connected.
So you can buy one timer, which is available in the market. You can go for any.
No, if the CO2 is on, you don't need the light.
You will need the light. See, photosynthesis basically happens when the lights are on. That time you provide the CO2. Plants will take the CO2 and they will release the oxygen. Right. So if the lights are off and the CO2 is on, it's of no use. So no need to waste your CO2.
When the lights are off, you off the CO2.
Yes. Or else you'll have CO2 spike in the water, and which is not good for the fish. I will fill the tank now. I'll have to make the arrangements. Okay. So I think yeah, we will take some break and then we'll fill the water. I hope you like this and it is informative. So please let me know if you need anything. Definitely, definitely, definitely. Oh, Benjamin sang na.